which inspired me to do my calibri arts at Dada. That's a program just for elders, a dance program.
Mama ever did.
Everything comes out of that. So that she took us with her to Mexico, that she took us everywhere. Oh my God. There were so many things. She gave Muhammad Ali his first poetry reading in Houston, Texas.
Yes, she did.
It was before he was Muhammad Ali.
And before all that, Deborah, wait, before all that, remember the big white house we lived in on Ben Street?
Yes, that big.
Do you remember? Do you remember? And I hope we don't get into trouble with the government for this. But do you remember when Texas Southern University students were planning their sit-in at the Woolworths lunch counter in our living room?
In our living
room.
And
Mama was unafraid. Mommy was totally, Mommy was the champion.
And remember her boyfriend, Rainier, the physicist?
Yes.
And nothing. I'm just saying, we just had great experiences with Mommy, from our cultural identity to her being a woman, very much a woman, and very feminine, and needing her space and her own private time.
Okay, Deborah, so this is a fond memory that came up. Freshman year at Howard University, I come home for Christmas time. And Mommy's, you and Tex, and me and Mommy were in this apartment on Ben Street. And I hear a yell that shook the three earths, the three worlds, rather. And I come running to see what was the matter. What could possibly be the matter? And in typical Debbie fashion, you standing there with this little look on your face like, and Mama was furious. She was furious. And I was looking for this. I said, what happened? What happened? Mommy was baking a ham. Mommy baked a ham. I remember. And Tex, as our older brother, Tex convinced you, Debbie, go cut the fat off the ham.
Well, what did I know?
Except you went and did it.
I did what I was told.
And then we got the speech.
Oh, God.
Big, stinky teenagers. I have given you the best years of my life. Like blah, 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 blah. And such and so. And da-da-da-da-da. And now she went and cut the fat off the ham.
Girl, I remember. I was in the doghouse for a long time over that one.
Oh.
You and Tex. Oh, God. That was really something. Growing up in Houston, Texas, in that house on Truxilla, you and Tex were terrorizing me all the time. I used to chase you. Also let me chase you around the house. Then you would hide, and I would miss you, and you jump out and scare me. It's why and lock me in the closet. You know, y'all did lock me in the closet now.
Oh, it wasn't for that long.
Oh, it was long enough.
Are there any more questions, Debbie?
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is the question. They want to know, well, of course, they want to know if we're going to collaborate on other projects, and they want to know what are our beauty secrets. And then they want to know what advice do we have for people in the 30s. There's a lot of questions. Which one? First, they want to know how Mom is. Mom is great. Mom is in the other room having her beauty rest because she was up all night with us for Christmas, and we drank rum punch, honey. Catherine Dunham gave me the recipe for rum punch. Catherine Dunham gave me the recipe, child, and I gave it to Mom, and she just loved it, honey. And she still, it made her sleep soundly. Let me just put it that way. Good. So Mommy is great. Mommy is great. And beauty secrets. Okay, Phylicia, you talk first since you're the most beautiful one.
Oh, Debbie, you know you're the most beautiful one.
No, you are. You've always been. You know, you always were acting like that ugly duckling, but you were always who I wanted to look like. That's for sure. That's right.
Oh, well, Coach said one of the things is I don't drink rum punch.
Too bad.
I don't drink.
Too bad. Too bad. Too bad.
Although I will confess, when I was in London with Cat on the Houghton Roof, I joined a friend at the Christmas fair out in Hyde Park. And we did visit the German stall and get some spiced mulled wine. All it took was one little clay cup, and honey, I was stumbling down the street like a derelict. That's why I can't do it. But, you know, I think a lot of it has to do with, well, first of all, it has to do with genes. Yeah. Because, you know,
Yeah,
remember
we have
Papa,
good genes.
Papa never had a wrinkle. Remember Papa never had a wrinkle on his face?
Not one wrinkle. And mommy still,
Face
I
was
mean, at
so
her age, just beautiful.
it's beautiful. I drink lots of water. Remember Papa always drank a lot of water.
Yes, he drank lots of water.
Right,
Yeah.
drink lots of water. And then, you know, just keeping your skin clean. If
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know,
have to, I don't put makeup on. And when I
right.
do put makeup on, I like to use it sparingly.
Yes. And you look beautiful too. You always look so gorgeous. And, you know, Phylicia just always just had this elegance about it. And we're different. They know that we're different. You know, I'm the one that's loud, and Phylicia will be the one that'll be cool. But, you know, this is why we would take pictures together, and Phylicia would be looking so beautiful, but I'd be smiling like damn Ronald McDonald. And Phylicia would and be so beautiful. She said, I had to clock that. I'm like, why does she look pretty? And why do I look so tired? What is that? So it is water, it's your diet, and remembering that your body is your temple. Also, exercise is very important. Exercise, just sweat doing something. If you do it just 3 or 4 times a week. You know, I've been doing my live Instagram class since March, since COVID, and that's helped a lot of people. I give that class away, and we have the virtual dance world from Dada. But there's lots of places that you can get busy in this time. I know it's restrictive to not be able to go to a gym or go to a class, but there's ways for you to sweat. It's important to sweat. And I think also your mental capacity
You mean your mental
informs
state?
how
Your
you
mental
look. Yes,
state. Your
your
mental
mental
state.
state. You know, you have got to be able to carry the weight of things, and then at times of the day, let it all go. That's what the Chinese doctor taught me. You sent me to Dr. Shin many years ago, Chinese doctor in New York. And he would always say to me, you will live to be very old. Take nap 15, 20 minutes a day. That means lay down and let everything go. You know, here in America, we're so driven. My friends in Italy, Gianfranco and Positano, Shea Black, they all have something called the quality of life. We went to, we started going on these boat trips. Norman came up with this idea of a boat, in Denzel Washington and Paulette, and we all went with all of our kids. But when we went to Europe, everywhere we would go at a certain time of day, everything shut down for 2 or 3 hours. People really had the siesta. People weren't so driven that they couldn't let it go. So I think part of this is also being able to do what you do, but find a way to let it go. And I'm really working on myself more this year. That's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to let go a little bit more, just a little bit.
Next question. What's the next question?
Okay, the next question is, do we have on the same pajamas? I don't know. Are
I'm
those
not
the
wearing
ones
pajamas.
See, mine are pajamas. Yours is a jacket,
Yeah, the shirt.
a shirt. So mine is silk. These pajamas are probably 6 years old. I bought them years ago in
And
Neiman
this shirt is
Marcus.
probably just as old.
Okay.
You
They
know
want to
what?
know, did either of you pass up a role? They want to know, did either of us ever pass up a role that we wish we had taken? Phylicia, is there a role that you wish you had said yes to that you said no to?
There is a role that I said no to, but I won't say I wish I had done it because of the actress who did do it.
You did do it?
No, the actor who did perform the role.
But that's okay. What role was that? You can
Clara's
say it.
Heart.
Oh,
And Whoopi Goldberg performed that, and when I saw it, I said, "Well, that's why I didn't do it because I wasn't supposed to do it. She was supposed to do that because
it had Whoopi's name on it. That's what happens.
it
It
had
just
Whoopi's name
happens.
on it. That's right, and she was just like she is in everything she does, honest and true. You know, that's why
That's
we love
beautiful.
her. That's why we
Yeah.
love her so much. She's just honest. You know, I like
Well,
that.
I can't. Yeah, yeah.
What about you? What about you?
Well, it's I don't know if it's something I turned down that I wished I had said yes to, but some things I turned down because of other commitments that I wish I could have done.
Oh yeah, I've
I
had
had been
those.
asked to direct a movie called Ruby Bridges and years
Mm.
ago, and Usan Palsy ended up directing it with Johnny Simmons, who is one of my favorite DPs in the world.
Our favorite DP.
Yes, we love Johnny Simmons. Emmy Award winning Johnny Simmons. He's like got 3 now. He just won again. But anyway, I had as many years committed myself to DADA, to our annual fundraiser, and we were doing Brothers of the Night, my children's book. James Ingram was the Reverend, and I was Sunday, and I could not forsake the children. So I had to pass on a movie I really wished I could have done.
Yeah.
But it turned out great, and I needed to be with the kids. And many years, I've missed a lot of opportunities, I guess you could say. But the real opportunity for me has been to stay with these kids and be there for them. And so that's a commitment. You know, it's a life commitment.
That's a commitment. You know, I, that's a commitment. Life's moments are unfolding, and the greatest moment is right before us in the present.
Yeah.
Not what we imagine. That's the theme of this film, Soul. That's the truth.
Yeah, what is the movie Soul, Phylicia? I mean, okay, look, you have Jingle Jangle. What is the other one that just came out on HBO?
Between the World and Me.
Between the World and Me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have Soul.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Isn't that enough?
I don't know because Miss Thing, you don't tell nobody nothing. We find out about it when everybody else reads it in the trade. So,
That's what Mama said do. Mama said don't talk about what you're doing before you do it.
but you've done this, child. It's been in the can. You could have told me by now. What is Soul? Tell me what Soul
It's an
is.
animated feature. It's Pixar animated feature. It is written by Kemp Powers. It's directed by Pete Docter. It is Jamie Foxx is the lead character.
Oh, that's great.
And in some of the reviews, what comes out, Tina Fey is also in this. And
Oh,
what
I
comes
love
out, oh yeah, wonderful. Tina Fey, Angela Bassett, David Diggs, Questlove.
Okay.
Trying to think of all the people who are. I'm leaving people
And
out.
what are you? What do you play in it, Lish?
What do you think I play? I play the mother.
I don't know, child. I don't know. You might be a cat for all I know. This is
No,
animated.
Tina's the cat. Tina's the cat.
Okay, see, I knew there was a cat. I just knew it.
No, but the thing that's so beautiful about this, and there's so many things that are beautiful about it. First of all, the story is really good. Kemp did a wonderful job on the story, and Pete Docter, from his other Pixar films, he's an award-winning director, and he's brilliant and calm, and working with them like that. And I was never in a room with any of the other actors. I was just in the studio. And I didn't even know what the full script was because you don't get that.
They
keep
it a secret, child.
They have to keep it quiet. But this story is about a man who wanted to be a jazz musician. And he kind of put that aside so that he could do something that was, you know how that is, more secure. So he's teaching band in a public school. Like Mr. Harrison.
Nice.
It's like I knew this story, right? I knew this story.
Oh, I'm going to watch that tonight then.
And then when he gets his big break, so one of his students comes back and tells him that a very famous, a very highly acclaimed jazz musician voiced by Angela Bassett, is
Ah,
in need of a pianist. And he should come to the audition. And he comes and she wants him to play because he plays and he goes places nobody ever knew. And the animation on all of this is incredible, right?
I saw the trailer on your
Unbelievable.
Instagram. It's
It's it's
great.
it's unbelievable. And
I'm
just as
so
he's
glad.
about to take off, life changes and he gets
Okay.
snatched out of his body.
Don't tell the whole story,
I'm
girl.
not telling the whole story. I'm just telling
You
you that
telling too much.
you got to read the rest. I told the
Okay.
rest,
I'm so glad, Lish, you joined Instagram. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to express yourself and connect with people
y'all.
from
Yeah.
all over the world. And I'm just glad you joined the party. And I love you. I
Well,
love you.
I'm glad
People
I
want,
joined the party so we can do this today.
we could do this a few times. We'll do this again in a month or so. Okay, people want to know. Let me tell you what they want to know.
Okay.
They want, well, what they want to know, when are we going to see each other in person again? I don't know, Lish.
I don't know.
I don't
But you know,
know.
we're scheduled. No, okay. But that's a reading that we'll do. It'll be a
That's
tape.
a reading.
That'll
Yeah,
be
I
a
don't
Zoom
know.
reading that we'll do a Pearl Cleats play.
Yeah, I don't even know when that's scheduled. I'm not
It's not
talked to.
scheduled because we didn't schedule it yet. But we'll
Oh, okay,
schedule it
thank you.
soon.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to
Well,
be.
you've been busy, darling. We understand.
I have been busy, child. Grey's Anatomy has been amazing. We've
Yes.
gotten so many kudos from around the world for addressing COVID in the very realistic and sensitive way. All of my entire company is amazing. The actors on Grey's are amazing. The writing, Krista Vernoff, Shonda Rhimes gave us the gift of life when she gave us Krista Vernoff back as our showrunner. She has really stepped this game all the way up. We
That's what
blew the
she
world's
does.
mind
That's what she
when we
does.
brought back
Yeah.
McDreamy in that opening episode. I think we broke the internet.
I told you what Lee Manuel Miranda said to me. Your sister
Well,
broke the internet last night. That's what he said. Your sister broke the internet. But you know, Debbie, this is what's wonderful about Grey's Anatomy. Uh, it's so unique in so many ways, unique programming in every way. But Grey's Anatomy always addresses issues that are important in the most sensitive and honest way. And,
yeah.
and that's why people like it.
And we do it with there's always a bit of humor in the middle of something that can be terrifying or
Yeah.
painful.
Yes.
It's like in real life. And
Yeah.
the actors are so great. I have so much fun with Ellen Pompeo
Yeah.
every day. She is hilarious. Jim Pickens, Chandra Wilson, Jesse,
I may
Camilla,
be seeing you soon.
Kim Raver. What?
I may be seeing you sooner than we think because I may be coming to do some work on This Is Us.
What? They got you back again, again, again,
Maybe
again.
we'll see. We'll see. If
I love that, Phylicia. So
well,
you
you know, I
put
love. Okay, so I love this. What I love about This Is Us. I love the show. Right. I love the actors. I love the performance. I love the writing. I mean, it's just a great set. But what I really love is working with Susan Kelechi Watson.
Oh yeah, you
Because
talk about her all the
I
time.
love Susan. I've known her since she was a student at Howard,
Right?
and she was in one of those classes. She was in that master class that I taught there at the
Talk
invitation.
about that for a minute. Wait a minute. So Phylicia has been a master teacher at many universities. I've done classes at Harvard, at Spelman, Howard,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know, uh, Emerson, a lot of universities, but Phylicia has been a professor in dramatic art at some of the finest schools in the country. And one of her best classes that she taught with some of the most prolific students was at Howard University. Who was in your class, Lish? Talk about that for a minute. Just talk about
Well, I'll
that.
show you the three people that you would know of.
Okay.
Susan Kelechi Watson,
Yes.
Chadwick Boseman,
Chadwick.
and Camilla Forbes, who is the artistic producing director of the Apollo Theater.
Amazing.
Who directed, Camilla directed Between the World and Me. When you see this, oh, you're going to love this. How would you, honey? HU, you know.
I love this so much that you have touched the lives. And this is part of the power of what is possible. You know, at Howard University, which was ingrained in our souls from our dad.
Yeah.
And we still have a scholarship in his name.
Yeah.
And we have some amazing people who were the Taraji,
the recipients of that, right?
Oh my God,
Yes.
Wendy, Raquel
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
We have anchors on CNN that, you know, all this was done quietly. But it's amazing that we go back to that education world, because that is a world that we know that needs to be touched. What was it like? What was Chadwick like in your class? I want to know.
Okay, Greg Alvarez was in that class too. I'm remembering people. I love Greg Alvarez. That class was incredible. I mean, they were young and they were bright and they were fearless. They would come in with scenes that were well beyond their years of development and supposedly their understanding, but they would be hitting it. They were amazing.